Listen up, folks. I gotta tell you about my ex-girlfriend. She was the sweetest thing you ever did see. I mean, she made me feel like a king, like I could conquer the world. I'll never forget the way she took care of me after a nasty day at the beach, bandaging me up like a pro. I thought we had it all, man. But then things started to change. We were struggling with money because of my back, so we decided to start an OnlyFans. And let me tell you, we made bank. More money than I ever thought possible. But as time went on, my girl started to distance herself from me. And me, being a fool, didn't see it. I was dealing with some heavy stuff, y'all. My dad passed away and I was scared I might never be able to use my back again. So I turned to the bottle to cope. And while I was drowning my sorrows, my girl started getting close to some dude who was spending a fortune on her OnlyFans. Can you believe that? It's like she forgot all about me. I don't know what to do now, to be honest. I miss her so much, but I can't forget how she did me wrong. I've never felt love like that before, but maybe it was all just an illusion. I can't believe it, y'all. My girl promised she would never do me dirty like my exes did. She swore up and down that she would never lie to me or cheat on me. And yet, here we are. She did exactly that. I can't help but blame myself, though. My drinking, my weight, my terrible coping mechanisms. I use them all as excuses to ignore her needs. I hate myself for not seeing it sooner. I hate myself for not being a better partner to her. And now she's back home, acting like nothing's wrong. After spending 6 damn days with the guy she cheated on me with. And she has the nerve to ask me what's wrong when I'm being short with her. Can you believe that? It took so much for me to trust her, especially after being cheated on by all my other partners. I thought we were meant to be, you know? I thought we were going to be together forever. But now I'm stuck here, forced to coexist with my ex because I'm not financially independent. And she's already moving on, like nothing ever happened. It hurts, man. It hurts so damn much. And when she's here, she acts like she doesn't even see me. Like I'm just some stranger she has to share a space with. She leaves for weeks at a time to be with her new man while I'm surrounded by all the memories we made together. My ex-girlfriend was my world. We were best friends before we started dating and she made me feel so loved. I never felt like that before. She was always there for me, even when I had a bad day at the beach and she took care of me. I never wanted to lose her. We started an OnlyFans account together when I was going through some tough financial times due to my back injury. It took off quickly, and we were making more money than I ever dreamed of. But things started to change. I turned to alcohol to cope with my problems, like the passing of my father and my fear of not being able to use my back again. And my girlfriend grew distant. She found someone else who was willing to spend thousands of dollars on her through OnlyFans. And she cheated on me with him. I didn't even realize it until she came home after being with him for 6 days. She had the nerve to ask me what was wrong when I was being short with her. I felt so betrayed. I blame myself for everything. I hate myself for turning to alcohol and neglecting her needs. I thought she was the one I was going to grow old with. But now, she acts like a stranger in my own home. She leaves for weeks at a time to see her new boyfriend, and I'm left with all the memories of us together. I'm trying to get out of this situation as soon as possible, but it's not easy. She's constantly trying to validate that she didn't cheat or that it's my fault that she did. She's made jokes about me with him and mocked me when I found out. She's gaslighted me and told me it's my fault that she failed school. And she's even told everyone that I'm physically and mentally abusive, which is not true at all. I've been struggling with my weight and turned to alcohol to cope with my problems, but she didn't give up on me. But when I told her my thoughts were becoming suicidal, she mocked me and told me I was jealous that it wasn't me she was with. She even said that I had sex with her without her consent, which is a complete lie. I'm not even on the lease, and she's threatened to kick me out if I get upset about the situation. This whole thing is mentally taxing on me. I've finally become financially independent, and I'm hoping to save up enough money to get out of here soon. I know we had our issues, but that doesn't excuse cheating. I wasn't perfect, but I didn't deserve this. It's hard to move on because she was my best friend, and to hear her say all those terrible things about me just destroys me. It's ironic that she says her new boyfriend has a degree in psychology because she's doing the complete opposite of what someone in that field should do. She told me she would never make me feel like I'm not good enough, but that's exactly how she's made me feel. But I'm trying to focus on the positive things in my life. My back has made a great recovery, and I'm returning to the gym. I found a job that I enjoy, and I have a side hobby that makes a little bit of money. I'm trying to pick myself up and move on from this, but it's not easy. Hey everyone, listen up. This is some serious drama going down. So, I'm a dude, 29 years old, and I'm in a long-distance relationship with my girlfriend, who's 26 and lives in Canada. We've been together since the end of August, and things were going great at first. We talked all day, every day on Snapchat, Discord. Yeah, we did video calls, don't judge. And WhatsApp. But now, it's like she's disappeared off the face of the earth. We had plans for Christmas, but suddenly she tells me she's got plans to hang out with friends she hasn't seen in ages. Okay, cool. I'm all for her having a good time. But then, every day after that, she's either in meetings that last for hours or hanging out with her pals. And I'm lucky if I get a response from her that's longer than one word. To make matters worse, I asked her if I could change my relationship status on Facebook and tag her. And she straight up told me she doesn't want to do that because of her professional image. Fine, whatever. But then, a friend of mine saw her on Facebook and asked me if that was her. I said yes, but then they pointed out that she's friends with some guy who's been in a relationship with her since 2017. When I asked her about it, she got all defensive and asked who my friend was. She said she used to date that guy, but it was a long time ago. And then she started making excuses and apologizing, saying she's not perfect and she messes up. I checked out the guy's profile and he's still in a relationship, but now she's not tagged in it. And get this, she told me she deactivated her Facebook and Instagram accounts. But then why does her Facebook keep showing up as a recommended friend for me? And on top of all that, she's telling me she's in Calgary for work. But her Snapchat says she's in Medicine Hat, which is like 3 hours away. I don't know what to do, guys. She's hardly talking to me, and when she does, it's like she's trying to get rid of me as quickly as possible. Something's definitely not right here. And I can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something from me. What do y'all think? Listen up, folks. Let me tell you a little something that's been going down in my love life. Me and my girl have been going strong for 4 freaking months now. And let me tell you, we're not the type to be chatting up anyone of the opposite gender. No way, Jose. We only text and snap with people we know and trust. But here's the kicker. My girl starts this new class, right? And there's this dude in there who's giving her the googly eyes and trying to get all up in her projects and group projects. And I mean, it was pretty damn obvious that he was into her. He even tried to add her on Snap, but she shut that down quick. Now, I'm not one to get all possessive, but I wasn't about to let this dude try to steal my girl. So I started walking with her everywhere, making sure he saw us together. At lunch, we'd purposely walk by his table just to let him know that she was mine. But then something weird happened. My girl stopped telling me about what was going on with this guy, and that's got me feeling some type of way, you know? Like, what the heck is going on? Is she trying to hide something from me? I don't know, man. All I know is that things are getting pretty tense in my relationship right now. Oh, man, I thought the whole freaking thing was over and done with, you know? Like he finally realized that she's got a man already. But then, a few weeks later, I see that she goes and accepts his follow on Instagram, and she's got a private account, so that's already suspicious as hell. But I try not to worry too much, 'cause I figure she's just being polite or something. Still, I can't help myself, and I ask her to ditch the dude, just to test the waters. I mean, we had all these conversations about him and everything, and he was always lurking around trying to catch us together. So yeah, I was a little curious about what the deal was. And then, get this. She never even tells me that he added her on Instagram, like she did with the Snapchat. What the heck, right? But to my surprise, she actually does remove him when I ask her to. But then, things get even weirder. My girl goes out on a Saturday night with one of her guy friends and another girl, and I tell her to have a good time and just keep me updated on what they're doing. Oh boy, let me tell you about the drama that went down. So my girl came home after a night out and I'm like, "Yo, did you have a good time?" And she's all like, "Yeah, it was boring, nothing really happened." So we hit the hay like normal, but then Tuesday rolls around and we're arguing all damn day. I had a gut feeling that something was off, but she kept insisting that everything was fine. So I walk into the locker room and all the homies start hitting me up like, "Yo, what's the deal with your girl and that dude?" And I'm like, "Huh? What dude?" They tell me they saw my girl and some other guy flirting on Snapchat. I'm shook, but I try to keep it cool and text my girl to ask her what's up. She denies everything and swears she has no clue what they're talking about. So I press her like, "They said they saw you texting, what's the deal?" Let me tell you, I was heated. I didn't know who to believe or what to do. It was like the whole world was against me. But I knew one thing for sure. I wasn't going to let anyone play me for a fool. And you won't believe what she said next. She straight up admitted that she added some dude on Snapchat, but claimed it was no biggie. Apparently, her guy friend posted a pic of them on his story, and the other dude added her from there. But get this. She never bothered to tell me about it. Well, let me tell you, I was livid. I mean, this guy knows that we're together, and she's out here chatting with him on the down low. I called her out on it, asking why she didn't tell me that she added him back, especially after all the stuff we've been through. And you know what she had the nerve to say? She told me that I'm being insecure and controlling, and that nothing was going on. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm going crazy over here. Is she playing me for a fool, or am I just being paranoid? Something just doesn't feel right. Listen up, folks. I gotta tell you something that's been eating away at me. My girl, the love of my freaking life, she cheated on me with some dude from work. Can you believe that? We've been going steady for 5 freaking years, and I thought everything was smooth sailing until I found out that she was fooling around with someone else behind my back for months. It's been a real struggle trying to deal with this mess, man. It all went down when I started noticing that my girl was acting all shady and cold, barely paying attention to me, glued to her phone all the time. I confronted her about it, but she acted like it was all in my head and blamed it on work stress. Foolishly, I trusted her. But then, one day, I accidentally saw some text messages on her phone that turned my world upside down. Turns out, she was getting it on with some dude from her workplace, and they even had plans to go on some freaking vacay together without me. Can you believe the audacity? I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. I was freaking crushed, man. I called her out on it, and she tried to lie her way out of it, but eventually she fessed up. She said it was a mistake and that she still loved me, but I just couldn't swallow that crap anymore. My world was turned inside out, and everything I thought I knew was a freaking lie. Man, it's been a real struggle to deal with this pain and betrayal. I don't know if I'll ever be able to trust her again. I keep asking myself why she would do me dirty like that, but I'm still in the dark about it. And get this, we live together and share finances, so it ain't as easy as just calling it quits and moving on. I'm feeling freaking lost and overwhelmed trying to figure out what to do next. It's like I'm stuck in a freaking nightmare.